Welcome to the Prescott Lab podcast, not just theory, practical science for everyone. I'm Dr. Jonathan Prescott, urologist and men's health specialist, here to talk about something many men over 60 quietly struggle with: the feeling that your strength, energy, and confidence have slowly faded. You still have the desire, the passion, but your body doesn't respond like it used to. Most men chalk it up to aging. That's the story society tells. As I'm here to tell you, it's not age, it's neglect, and the good news, you can reclaim it. For decades, I've worked with men who thought their best years were behind them. What they discovered is astonishing. With the right focus and care, their vitality, their spark, their sense of manhood can return naturally. It's not about a pill, a device, or a procedure. It's about giving your body a simple, intentional signal to wake up and perform like it did when you were. Before we dive in, let me ask you, if you're ready to take control of your health, go ahead and hit that subscribe turn bell and schly. It's more. Finally, leave me a comment. Type 1 ISRO A. Most men over 50 assume their declining energy and intimacy are just part of aging. I've seen it countless times in my office. John, 63, or Robert, 68, sitting across from me, shoulders slumped, asking, "Doc, why can't I perform like I used to?" And every time I tell them the same thing: your body isn't broken, it's simply faux. Here's the science behind it. An erection isn't just mechanical. It's a symphony of signals between your brain, nerves, and blood vessels. In a healthy man, the brain sends a message: nitric oxide is released, arteries relax, and blood flows naturally to the penis. Over decades, stress, poor sleep, sedentary habits, and processed foods gradually damage the lining of these vessels, called the endothelium. The encouraging part: this decline is not inevitable. Remember, age doesn't steal your masculinity, neglect does. Your body still has the power to respond. The key is giving it the right signal and respecting it with intentional daily actions. When that communication returns, so does your energy, your drive, and that unmistakable spark that makes you feel alive again. Beyond the physical, this 5-minute ritual holds remarkable emotional power. Most men begin thinking it's just about blood flow or performance, but they quickly discover something deeper. It becomes a quiet moment of reconnection with your body, your sense of self, and the part of you that's been neglected for years. Take Samuel, 67, a retired firefighter. After just 2 weeks, he told me the most transformative change wasn't the return of his morning vitality, it was the peace he felt in daily life. "Doc," he said, "I don't feel broken anymore, I feel balanced." That's the gift of intentional touch. It teaches your nervous system to relax, lowers cortisol, and releases oxytocin, the hormone of trust and connection. This isn't arousal, it's healing. When you take 5 quiet minutes each night, you remind your body that it's safe to perform, safe to feel, and safe to respond. Your mind begins to shift, stress diminishes, confidence quietly returns, and a calm assurance permeates your movements. Over time, this emotional stability enhances relationships, sleep, and overall mood. The ritual subtly rewires how you see yourself. You're no longer just a man trying to regain function, you're a man reclaiming presence. This emotional renewal amplifies physical results, creating a synergistic effect. As your mind feels stronger, your body responds more effectively, reinforcing the cycle of vitality and confidence. In short, it's not just a massage, it's a meditation, a reset, a reconnection. And that's why the men who commit consistently see life-changing results beyond the bedroom. Let's dive into the science that powers male vitality. Most men have never heard of nitric oxide, yet it's the silent messenger behind every natural erection, surge of energy, and sense of vitality. Nitric oxide tells your blood vessels to relax, allowing blood to flow freely to your most sensitive tissues. Without it, even the strongest desire cannot translate into physical response. The key players are delicate cells lining your arteries called the endothelium. When healthy, these cells produce nitric oxide in perfect rhythm, keeping vessels flexible and responsive. Over time, decades of stress, high sugar, processed foods, and inactivity damage these cells. Your once smooth arterial walls become inflamed and nitric oxide production slows to a whisper. The result, blood flow diminishes, fatigue rises, and early signs of cardiovascular strain appear. Here's the powerful part. This isn't irreversible. Your body can relearn to produce nitric oxide efficiently. Gentle, intentional massage stimulates the endothelium, boosting blood circulation and restoring the natural signal that coordinates erections and overall vitality. Think of it like untwisting a garden hose that's been kinked for years. Gradually, blood flows freely again. Restoring nitric oxide not only improves intimate function, but also enhances energy, mood, and recovery. Men who adopt this approach often notice their mornings feel brighter, workouts more productive, and confidence returning in ways they hadn't imagined since their 40s. Understanding this science is critical because it shifts the perspective. Aging itself isn't the enemy, neglecting your vascular health is. And that's the foundation for why the next step, a simple 5-minute ritual, can completely transform your health and vitality. One of the most overlooked factors in men's intimate health is choosing the right oil. The skin in sensitive areas is thin, highly absorbent, and directly connected to your circulation. What you apply doesn't just stay on the surface, it penetrates, nourishing or potentially harming tissue. I've seen men use any lubricant thinking it's enough, but decades of study and clinical experience show the right oils act like medicine. They reduce inflammation, improve microcirculation, and repair cellular damage at a level pills cannot reach. For example, castor oil penetrates deeply, loosening stiff tissue and supporting lymphatic drainage. Jojoba oil is light, fast-absorbing, rich in vitamins B and E, essential for skin repair and elasticity. Coconut oil offers antimicrobial protection while soothing and nourishing the skin. Finally, vitamin E oil directly enhances cellular repair and elasticity. As I often recommend a blend, 2 parts jojoba oil, 1 part castor oil, plus a few drops of vitamin E warmed in your palms before use. Think of this not just as a lubricant but as fuel for your body's renewal. Every gentle stroke sends a message to your vessels and nerves. It's time to revive, restore, and reconnect. Choosing the right oil transforms a simple massage into a therapeutic ritual. It protects delicate tissues, encourages blood flow, and enhances nitric oxide production. Combined with a consistent 5-minute routine, it turns self-care into a powerful act of healing and respect, rebuilding vitality from the outside in. Now that you understand the power of the right oil, let's turn knowledge into action. This 5-minute ritual is about connection, presence, and gentle consistency, not speed or intensity. Start by preparing a calm space, ideally at night when your body is relaxed. Wash your hands and warm a small amount of your chosen oil between your palms. Take a deep breath, inhale calm, exhale tension. This warmth signals your circulation to awaken. Begin at the base of the penis with slow, gentle strokes toward the tip using your whole hand, not just fingertips. The goal is activation, not arousal. Continue for about 1 minute, letting tissues grow warm and responsive. Next, form a loose O shape with your thumb and index finger at the base. Glide upward in a smooth motion, releasing at the tip. This movement directs blood into erectile chambers and stimulates nitric oxide production. Now keep the rhythm slow, mindful, and deliberate. Finally, focus on the root where the penis meets the pubic bone, often ignored but full of tension. Use your fingertips in small circular motions for about a minute. You may feel warmth spreading through the lower abdomen. That's your vessels responding. End by resting your hand gently over the area, feeling the subtle pulse beneath your skin. This 5-minute practice doesn't just improve blood flow, it reconnects mind and body. It lowers stress hormones and fosters a sense of calm confidence. Over time, consistency strengthens vessels, improves elasticity, and restores vitality that seems lost. Remember, it's a quiet promise to yourself. You still care, you're still capable, and your body can respond. This simple nightly ritual lays the foundation for both physical and emotional renewal. When I first introduced this 5-minute massage to patients, some colleagues were skeptical. They were accustomed to prescriptions, pumps, or procedures and couldn't imagine something so simple working. But over time, results spoke for themselves. Today, more urologists quietly acknowledge its effectiveness. This ritual supports the body's natural healing rather than overriding it. Regular massage improves microcirculation, stimulates nitric oxide release, and maintains vascular elasticity, three pillars for strong, consistent erections. It also reduces tissue inflammation, enhances lymphatic drainage, and lowers cortisol levels that often interfere with sexual function. Unlike medication, which forces a short-term response, this method rebuilds your foundation from the inside out. It's safe, drug-free, and fully within your control. No refills, devices, or appointments are needed. Just 5 minutes a day consistently. I've seen men in their 70s and even 80s regain vitality not because of any medical intervention I provided, but because they committed to this daily act. They reclaimed health, confidence, and masculinity through simple, consistent care. This is what makes it doctor-approved: safety, sustainability, and observable results. It's empowering, not dependent. It proves that long-term male vitality comes from respect for your biology and commitment to self-care, not just quick fixes. In essence, this ritual aligns with what true medicine should be: tools that restore balance and give men the power to take control of their own health and confidence. The secret to long-term health isn't intensity, it's consistency. Lasting transformation happens not in a clinic but in quiet, private moments when you choose to care for yourself. This 5-minute massage is one of those moments. The men who see the most dramatic results aren't the ones who do it perfectly. They're the ones who make it part of their nightly rhythm, treating it like brushing their teeth, non-negotiable, simple, and respectful. You don't need motivation, just commitment. Choose the same time each night before bed. Dim the lights, warm your chosen oil, and let your focus turn inward. The world fades. No distractions, no worries, just you and your body. These 5 minutes become a time of deep connection, teaching your nervous system that it's safe to relax, recover, and respond naturally. Over days and weeks, repetition builds strength, elasticity, and confidence. Blood vessels regain flexibility, tissues become more responsive, and your body relearns vitality. Men often notice subtle improvements first: deeper sleep, lighter mornings, steadier energy. Within 2-3 weeks, stamina, emotional balance, and confidence begin to return. What's remarkable is how this calm confidence extends beyond the bedroom. Your work, relationships, and presence shift. You stand taller, breathe deeper, and carry the quiet assurance of a man who knows his body is finally working with him, not against him. Men who embrace this nightly ritual don't just age, they live better. Blood pressure stabilizes, stress decreases, and a natural glow emerges that no pill can create. This is lifelong vitality, not about perfection, but presence, self-respect, and ownership. By committing 5 minutes each night, you're telling yourself, I still matter, I still care, I still have control. And that message transforms everything physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Before we continue, let's pause and hear from you. Over the years, I've learned that real transformation comes not just from guidance, but from engagement. So I want to ask a few questions that make you think, reflect, and maybe even chuckle. When was the last time you gave your body undivided attention for 5 minutes without distractions? Have you ever wondered if relying solely on pills made you forget what your body is capable of naturally? As if a daily 5-minute ritual could restore your vitality, would you commit consistently or just try once a week? Do you think aging is truly inevitable, or is it just how much we neglect ourselves? Who do you think benefits more from self-care, the body, the mind, or your ego pretending everything is fine? And here's a cheeky one. If a 5-minute massage can outperform a pill, would you laugh, scoff, or actually try it tonight? And drop your answers in the comments. Be honest. Be bold. Your feedback shapes these videos, helping us explore what really works for men over 60. Every comment you leave is a conversation with yourself and your peers. And don't forget, if you find this content helpful or inspiring, hit that like button. It's not just a click, it's a tiny declaration of commitment to yourself, your health, and your vitality. You're telling your body, I'm still here, I care, and I'm ready to take action. This part isn't just about answering questions. It's about creating a community of men reclaiming their energy, confidence, and pride. Join the conversation. Let's grow stronger together. One of the most persistent lies men hear as they age is that decline is inevitable, that their best years of strength, vitality, and passion are behind them. I hear it in my office all the time. A man, shoulders slumped, voice low, says, "Doc, I guess this is just part of getting old." But here's the truth. Aging doesn't steal your masculinity. Neglect does. What truly fades isn't your biology. It's your belief in your body's ability to adapt, recover, and perform. And that belief can be rebuilt one small act at a time. I've seen men in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s rediscover energy they thought was lost, not through surgery or medication, but through consistency, patience, and self-respect. The 5-minute ritual isn't just about blood flow. It's about rewriting the story society tells men about aging. Each time you take these few minutes, you're telling your body, I still need you, I still trust you. Now, testosterone may naturally decline, recovery may slow, but the male body is remarkably resilient when supported with proper sleep, nutrition, movement, and self-care. Masculinity isn't measured by dominance or youth, it's about presence, awareness, and connection. It's knowing your worth even when the world whispers otherwise. When men reclaim their health, they reclaim confidence. They stand taller, breathe deeper, and carry the quiet pride of someone who has come home to themselves. This is the essence of masculinity after 60, not reversing time, but restoring truth, dignity, and vitality. Your body still responds, your cells still heal, and your spirit still thrives if you choose to nurture it consistently. Aging is a fact, decline is a choice. By now, you've seen how a simple 5-minute ritual can awaken your body, restore circulation, and bring back vitality you thought was gone. But let's take it further, beyond the physical, beyond the science, into what it truly means for your life as a man. When you commit to this practice daily, you're not just improving health. You're building a legacy of strength, confidence, and self-respect that speaks louder than words. As every session sends a powerful message, I am not giving up, I am still here. This quiet determination transforms how you move through life. It shapes how you speak to your partner, how you see yourself in the mirror, and how you greet each morning with renewed energy and purpose. I've seen men go from feeling defeated and disconnected to walking with calm assurance, fully in control of their destiny. The truth is, this ritual is more than a health tip. It's a daily act of discipline and self-compassion, teaching your body consistency, your mind patience, and your heart gratitude. Over weeks and months, these small acts compound. Improved blood flow becomes stamina, nightly calm becomes better sleep, and confidence becomes deeper connection with others. Many men start hoping simply to feel like a man again, but they end up discovering something bigger, a deeper sense of self. One patient told me, "Doc, I started this just wanting to feel like a man, but now I feel like myself again." This is the power of commitment, the gift of consistency, and the legacy every man deserves. Strength, vitality, and pride that endure for the rest of life. Looking back over the years and the countless conversations I've had with men in their 50s, 60s, and 70s, one truth stands out. Vitality isn't lost with age. It's lost when you stop believing you can feel alive again. This 5-minute ritual isn't just a technique, it's a decision. A decision to reclaim control, honor your body, and remind yourself that strength, energy, and confidence are not only for the young, they are rewards for self-care at any age. We've explored the science, how nitric oxide fuels blood flow, how massage retrains vessels, and how natural oils nourish tissues and restore elasticity. We've discussed the emotional benefits, the peace that comes from reconnecting with your body, the confidence that quietly returns when you realize your health is in your hands. We've seen why doctors like myself now recommend this simple practice as one of the most powerful natural ways to maintain male vitality. But beyond science and emotion, it's about respect. Respect for the body that has carried you through decades of work, love, and challenge. Every time you perform this ritual, you are telling yourself something profoundly important. My story isn't over. I still deserve care. I still have power. That self-respect creates ripples, better sleep, improved mood, stronger relationships, and a renewed sense of purpose. When a man feels strong and balanced in his own skin, as everything around him begins to change, confidence grows, presence deepens, and energy radiates. Remember this clearly, it's never too late to begin. Whether you're 55 or 85, your body still responds to movement, care, and consistency. Your cells still heal, your blood still flows, and your heart still listens when you nurture it. Tonight, take 5 minutes for yourself. Warm your oil, breathe deeply, and reconnect. Yeah, you are still and will always be a man full of life.